Good afternoon to one and all present in the session. It is indeed a great day, for we all have gathered here with the thirst for knowledge in yet another session in our webinar series. So this is Dr. Mithun here from the Department of Surgery, and I'm here to host today's session. I deem it a great pleasure in welcoming our MD Engineer Sivasubramaniam sir, our Principal Dr. Shakuntala ma'am, Trustee members Mrs. Padmavati ma'am and Dr. Karthika ma'am, our Vice Principal Dr. Brito Vilbadas sir, my dear colleagues, stars of SRHMC and our budding doctors of VHMC and SRHMC. I welcome all of you for this beautiful session. So speaking about today's topic, breastfeeding is not only a choice, it is actually a responsibility. Breastfeeding is the normal way of providing young infants with the nutrients they need for the healthy growth and for their development. So virtually speaking, all mothers can breastfeed provided they have accurate information and the support of their family, the healthcare system and the society at large. So colostrum produced at the end of pregnancy is recommended by WHO as the perfect food for the newborn, and feeding should be initiated within the first hour after their birth. So exclusive breastfeeding is recommended up to 6 months of age, with continued breastfeeding along with appropriate complementary foods up to 2 years of age or beyond. So recently I heard a fact that Adolf Hitler was actually breastfed till his 13 years of age. So maybe because of that he was so mighty and brave. So in order to speak about that, we have all gathered in today's session, and to give the welcome speech, now I request Dr. Anuradha ma'am for the session. Ma'am. Now I request
good afternoon,
Dr.
everyone.
Anuradha ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Video on panakudada. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure afternoon for me to be the introducer to this webinar related to breast milk awareness program. So why breast milk awareness program is necessary for this generation? It's really meant for each and every woman, and especially for the pregnant ladies and the newly delivery mothers. Okay, breast milk. The importance of breast milk is really need to be advised here, as because a basic of 6 months to 1 year mother's milk is recommended, minimum of 1 year. We are advising the newly delivered mothers to give the breastfeeding at least for 6 to 1 year of the pregnancy, the delivery duration. Why? Because the immune, everyone are aware that right now the COVID is still persisting, and it is expected the third wave is also upcoming. So to get rid of this immune based disorders, okay, so immunity, when we talk about immunity, the first and foremost, we think about breast milk, okay? Immediately we'll be asking how long you breastfeed your kids. So the immunity starts from the newborn, okay? When the newborn is there, if you feed the baby for nearly 6 to 1 month at least of time period, the necessary nutrition and immunity is increased for the baby to withstand the upcoming diseases or any illness. So here I welcome Dr. Jhansi Rani ma'am to deliver the address, to deliver the speech and to guide everyone related to breast milk awareness. And she is coming with the topic with breast milk versus artificial milk. So I take this opportunity to thank this management to arrange such a wonderful program, and thank you one and all. Stay and get benefited. So,
Thank you,
Jhansi
ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the warm words. So let us all get ready for the session about breastfeeding versus artificial feeding. So before starting with the session, I would like everyone to mute their devices so that there will not be any interruption while the session is going on. And if at all you have any doubts, you are please requested to save it for the last part of the session, and you can either post your doubts in the chat box or you'll be given time to ask the questions directly by unmuting yourself. So do not unmute yourself in between the session. So now, I'm now handing over the session to our speaker of the day. Ma'am, I request you to kindly take over the session.
And Principal and Correspondent Dr. Shakuntala ma'am, and the Vice Principal Dr. Roberto Vilgata, and faculties of Department of OBD. So, thanks for giving me this opportunity, the webinar and the topic of breastfeeding and artificial.
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is little bit low, ma'am. It is not really well audible.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it is audible, ma'am, but the voice is little low, ma'am. And your PPT is not visible if it is being displayed, ma'am. So I request everyone to hold on to the session.
Started.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am?
What can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Audible, ma'am. Ma'am, you are audible, ma'am. Ma'am? So because of some technical issues, it is getting late. So I request everyone to be patient.
Hello. Hello, Mikkel. Can hear you?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Please louder. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It is little better now, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Anand team here. I thank you, God Almighty, and the management of Venkateswara Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, correspondent and principal Dr. A. Saguntala ma'am, vice principal Dr. B. Brito Wilbert Shastra, faculties of Department of OBG for giving me this opportunity to present this webinar on this topic of breastfeeding versus artificial feeding. So this year theme is protect breastfeeding and the shared responsibility. We go for the theme. Breastfeeding. The rate of growth of infants during the first 6 months of life is greater and faster than any other period of life. So the weight is doubled up in the age of 5 months and tripled up at the end of 1 year. So the baby should nurse adequately both quantitatively and qualitatively, which allows easy digestion and absorption. What is the principle for breastfeeding? The infant should sufficiently feed 150 to 175 ml of milk, kilograms per body weight per day. For example, if the baby is 2 kg, it needs 300 ml of milk per day. If the baby is 3 kg, it needs 450 to 500 ml of milk per day. So infants should be get adequate food. So healthy infants need 100 to 110 kilocalories kg per body weight. So low birth weight baby needs 105 to 130 kilocalories. So each 30 ml breast milk has called as 1 ounce. So the 1 ounce of breast milk is 20 calories. So the sugar which is present in the 1 ounce means 120 calories. So calories different from oxygen content. So the food Okay, the principles.
Ma'am?
Infant should get sufficient food. The infant should get
Yes, ma'am. It is clear now.
adequate food. The food have a balanced composition of protein, fat, carbohydrates, minerals and vitamins. It should be easily digestible. There are two types of breastfeeding and artificial feeding. In tropical countries, infants need two vital considerations of breastfeeding and fluid. All the babies, regardless of type of delivery, that is the cesarean, forceps, ventos or normal vaginal delivery, should be given yearly and exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months. So exclusive means giving nothing orally other than colostrum. So the breast milk, but you can give medicine and vitamins. Colostrum, the first 2 days following delivery, the secretion from the breast is called colostrum. So what are all the composition of colostrum? It is deep yellow in fluid, it is alkaline in reaction, it has high specific gravity, high protein, vitamin A, sodium and chloride, but has got lower carbohydrate, fat, potassium than the milk. So it contains immunoglobulin A also. So microscopically the colostrum contains fat globules, corpuscles, acinar epithelial cells. The colostrum corpuscles are polynuclear leukocytes containing large fat globules that are oval or round in shape. So advantages of the breastfeeding. So advantages in 3 sides. One, advantages in the maternal side, advantages side. The ideal composition is easy digestion. It has large globules, so it has protein. Proteins are lactalbumin and lactoglobulin, but less casein to easily digestible. Carbohydrates, which contains lactose, which stimulates the growth of microorganisms, which helps to produce organic acids that is necessary for synthesis of vitamin D. The woman exclusively breastfeeding. So all the babies, regardless of type of delivery, cesarean, the woman who is exclusively breastfeeding, contraceptive protection is about 98%. Both benefits are psychological benefit by establishing healthy mother and child relationship. So preparation for the breastfeeding. So breastfeeding should be prepared in the middle of pregnancy, because by the 12th week of pregnancy the breast starts secreting the fluid. So the breastfeeding preparation should be start in the middle of pregnancy. So you have to check any abnormalities in the nipple like cracks, depressed lip, infection, inflammation or any other skin disease. If it is present in the breast, it should be treated first. So you have to massaging the breast after the middle of the pregnancy. So you have to expression the colostrum because it started secreting the 12th week itself. So it should be accumulated, it should be periodically expressed from the colostrum till the pregnancy. So management of the breastfeeding, it reduces the minimum and you have to wash the breast once in a day. You have to wear a brassiere, tight brassiere to support the breast, and you have to clean the nipple before and after feeding. So now I'll go for the what are all the composition which is present. So we call carbohydrate, next to carbohydrate, minerals like calcium, potassium, sodium, chloride, all low osmotic load. Okay, so why it is low osmotic load? Because during the pregnancy, the development of the kidney is functionally not matured. So to avoid overload to the kidney, these things are low osmotic things. Then the colostrum, protection against infection. It contains vitamin D, which promotes both growth and protects the rickets. So colostrum has leukocytes, lactoperoxide. It prevents growth of relative infective agents. So lysosome, it protects against infection. Lactoferrin provides immunological defense. Interferon is an antiviral substance. The colostrum has long chain W3 fatty acids that is important for neurological development of the baby. So it's secreting immunoglobulin A. It exerts protective action by preventing bacterial. In non-lactating mother, ovulation may occur as early as 4th week, but for lactating mother, ovulation occurs after the 10th week of the delivery. When and how to feed. So first feed in a healthy baby is to put the breast half an hour to 1 hour following normal delivery. Following cesarean section, the delivery after 4 to 6 hours. Frequency of feeding. Time schedule after delivering first 24 hours, the mother should feed at an interval of 2 to 3 hours. But at the end of the week, the time interval should be 3 to 4 hours. Demand on feeding. The baby is put in the breast as soon as the baby becomes hungry. There is no restriction of the number of feeds and duration of the suckling bedtimes. So duration of the feed. Initial feeding should be 5 to 10 minutes at each breast. Baby is fed from one breast completely so that the baby gets both the foremilk, hindmilk. Hindmilk is rich in fat and supplies more calories to the infant. Night fed. Night fed is required to avoid long interval between the feeds over 5 hours. It eliminates excessive. It requires avoid long interval between the 5 hours. It eliminates excessive filling and hardening of the breast. So also causes sound sleep to the baby. Amount of food. First day 60 ml per kilogram of 24 hours. If the baby is 3 kg, you have to give 180 ml per day. Average requirement on the third day is 100 ml kilogram for 24 hours. Average requirement on the 10th day is 150 ml per kilogram for 24 hours. So in dry tropical area, for the first few days, additional fluids may be given after each feed to correct dehydration in the form of warm water. Technique. Mother should be in the sitting position and mother and baby should be a comfortable position. Feeding is better in the sitting position and avoid sleeping position. The mother holds the baby in an inclined upright position. So the mother has to be in the sitting position, and the feeding is better in sitting position and better to avoid sleeping position. The mother hold the baby in the upright inclined position on her lap. The baby's head is on her forearm on the same side. Yeah, the head should be slightly extended. So this is the position. So in this position, baby's ear, shoulder and the hip should be in the same line. This is the correct position. And the next, it should be a chest to chest position. Baby and the mother should have the chest to chest position. So this is the technique to keep the baby for the breastfeeding. Good attachment. So infant's mouth should be wide open. Infant mouth should be
next slide.
Good attachment. Good attachment. So infant's mouth should be wide open and chin touches the breast. The mother guide the nipple and the areola into the baby's. The mother guide the nipple and the areola into the baby's mouth for effective milk transfer. Proper positioning for milk transfer is chest to chest contact of the infant and the mother. So in case of cesarean and painful perineum, feeding in the lateral position, placing the baby along her side between the trunk and the arm. Nipple confusion. So infant accepts artificial nipple but refuses the mother's milk. So how to manage not giving any supplement fluid other than mother's milk? Breaking up of wind. That is called breaking up of wind. That is called birthing.
Next slide.
All the baby swallows varied amount of air during suckling. To break up wind, the baby should held in upright position against the chest and the back is gently tapped till the baby belches out the air. Not only at the end of the feed, we can break up the middle of the suckling also, so as to make the stomach empty to make the baby take more food. Difficulties in the breastfeeding. So difficulties in the breastfeeding are two-sided, due to the maternal side and the fetal side. So maternal side dislikes of the breastfeeding. So it is how it is managed. By careful listening to the mother and intellectual counseling can solve the problem. Infant's attachment to the breast. When the poor attachment leads to quick and swallow sucks, areola remains outside the lips, causes nipple pain. So mother in the infant's attachment வந்து யார் maximum mother with the primigravida. They do not know the proper technique to feed the baby and the position. So how will you manage? If it is a hospital, support from the health care or nurse to improve the technique of the breastfeeding. At home, mothers, grandmothers or elders should be helped to proper attachment and technique of the breastfeeding. Prelactial feed. So honey and milk if you are taking before to feeding, it avoids the process of lactation. So better to avoid taking honey and milk before feeding. Then anxiety and stress. So if the mother, the previous pregnancy, if she got any lactation failure, that should be in her mind. So she gets anxiety and stress that causes a failure to relax during feeding. So baby will refuse to suck the mother. So what is the management? Reassurance and practical support is the management. So operative delivery. So mother is operating delivery, she may be in the painful, so others should help to feed the baby in a comfortable position. If the milk secretion is inadequate, management, unrestricted feeding, well-positioned infant, practical and emotional support to given to the mother for the increased secretion of the milk. Breast ailments, engorgement, cracked nipple, depressed nipple, mastitis, these are all the things, is the other cause for the difficulties in breastfeeding. So in such condition, what could be the management? You have to treat this condition before feeding. So infant-side difficulties. If the baby is low birth weight baby, preterm infants are often unable to suck and swallow. So eternal feeding may be possible on gestational age. Babies may be require cabbage or parental nutrition. Human milk is the best choice of nutrition for all low birth weight babies because it contains colostrum, foremilk, hind milk that helps for the faster growth of the baby. So when we can commence the feeding as early as 1 to 2 hours of the birth, it eliminates hypoglycemia, lowers the serum bilirubin level and also neurological sequence. If the baby born after 36, internal feeding may be ranges from 3 hours. Once in 3 hours we can feed. If it is preterm baby, it should be varies from 1 to 2 hours. If it, after the 36-week baby, it can be ranges from 3 hours. If extreme prenatal, it should be feeding should be provided hourly once. So if the baby is 1200 gram, how we can feed? We can feed by intravenous fluids for 1 to 3 days. Gradually we have to initiate the tube feeding. So after 1 to 3 days, and after tube feeding we have to initiate to the spoon feeding after 2 to 4 weeks and then to breastfeeding. So if the infant is less than 1200 grams, we have to start the feeding by means of intravenous fluid, then tube feeding, then spoon feeding, then breastfeeding. But if the baby weight is 1200 to 1800 grams, may be with tube feeding and gradually move on to the spoon and then to the breastfeeding. But whereas if the baby is more than 1800 grams, generally have no difficulties, better to start with breastfeeding directly. So temporary illness. So baby kids temporary illness, respiratory tract infection, nasal obstruction, oral thrush, these are all the temporary illness. So in such condition, baby feels difficulty to feed. Then over distension of the stomach. This is because of while swallowing the milk, the air may be entered and that causes over distension of the stomach. So to overcome this, what could be the management? We have to put the baby in the shoulder in the upright position. Slightly we have to tape the back of the baby until it belching out. So after you have not only at end of the feeding, you have to feed the middle also. You can do this one for the better food intake. Then congenital malformation, cleft palate, it should be corrected by means of surgical management. So contraindications of the breastfeeding. Contraindications of the breastfeeding is two-sided. One is maternal side contraindication, another one is the fetal side contraindication. So maternal side contraindication, two types, temporary contraindication and permanent contraindication. So what are all the temporary contraindication? Puerperal illness, cracked nipple, mastitis, breast abscess, herpes simplex, breast surgery, coronavirus COVID-19, Ebola virus infection, hepatitis B and C infection. So these are all the temporary causes for the contraindication. What are all the permanent? Puerperal psychosis and chronic medical illness like organic heart disease and active pulmonary tuberculosis and HIV mother. Other than this permanent and temporary contraindication, if the mother is using cocaine, heroin should not allow to the breastfeeding. That is should be avoided. Then contraindication on the fetal side. So when the infant is diagnosed as classical galactosemia, that is galactosemia. What is galactosemia? It is a hereditary deficiency of an enzyme galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. So what the galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase do, which converts the galactose derived from the mother's milk into glucose 1-phosphate. But if this enzyme is deficient, results in increased accumulation of galactose that leads to periportal fibrosis and cirrhosis of liver. So breastfeeding is contraindicated in case of galactosemia infant because breastfeeding contains high lactose. Then maternal regimen during lactation. So healthy mother while breastfeeding will produce about 500 to 900 ml of breast milk per day. This will give her baby 520 kilocalories per day. So the breastfeeding mother needs additional of 600 kilocalories per day for the breastfeeding. So this amount is either to be supplemented through her diet or it's made up for the body store, because during pregnancy our weight is increased up to 11 kg. So here we are storing the fat. The fats are helpful for converted into formation of the giving energy to production of the milk. So the lactating woman should take per day 2600 kilocalories. So in addition to that, she is in need of iron, calcium, protein during pregnancy. So bone mineral density decreases in the breastfeeding woman and it returns to normal after 12th month of stoppage of the breastfeeding. So nipples should be cleaned before and after each feed.
Next slide.
So it is already I told that care of the breast, daily washing of the breast should be there, and braces should be worn to support the comfort of the breast, and we have to clean the nipple before and after feeding. So nipple abnormalities. So there are varieties of abnormalities, long nipple, short nipple, inverted nipple and flat nipple. If it is a long nipple, causes poor feeding and improper latch on the nipple without areola. But if it is a short nipple, inverted nipple, flat nipple, no problem, they can able to feed. Indications for the expression of the milk. So baby, in what are all the conditions, you can expression of the milk. Baby is separated from the mother due to prematurity or cleft palate when the mother is separated from the baby because of work. Colostrum should be always expressed and given to the baby. So what are all the indications expressing the breast? Ennala indications, manual and indication only if the baby is separated from the mother due to prematurity. If the baby is having cleft palate, we have to express the milk and we have to feed the baby. If the baby is separated from the mother because of work, we have to express and keep the milk to feed the baby. Then colostrum should be always be expressed and given to the baby. So these are all the. So what are all the indication ways? Manual or we can express the milk and you can express the milk by using the breast pumping. Now we'll go for the artificial feeding. When the infant is fed by any preparation other than human milk, it is called artificial feeding. Artificial feeding commonly accomplished by bottle, so it is called as bottle feeding. So what are all the indications for artificial feeding? All the contraindications of breastfeeding will come under the artificial feeding. It may be temporary and permanent. and inadequate quantity of breast milk and changing of the life of the woman. So these are all the indications for the artificial feeding. What are all the composition of the cow's milk? So the human, we are having